If free will in the eschaton does not allow sin, why did God allow for the possibility of sin in the beginning? Good question. Okay, so why do we have free will? The key point that we want to make here is that we do not have free will in order that we might choose between good and evil. This is a downstream effect of it. But God made us as his image, and as his image, we are meant to collaborate with God in the creation of the world. Now, since God is infinite, he has an infinite plenitude of goods. There's an infinite amount of ways in which the creation can be beautiful. And what does it mean to be creative? What it means to be creative is that we choose among various goods, and we delight and revel simply in the reality of that choice. Now, you might say, oh, that's arbitrary. Well, arbitrariness doesn't matter, because arbitrary is just a word. The question is it arbitrary in a way that, number one, makes it incoherent? Or, by arbitrary, do you mean it is objectively inelegant? Because if you don't mean either of those things, then it's not arbitrary in any meaningful sense. It's not arbitrary in the sense that would mitigate against this model. And I believe that we have a category of this. When you're a child and you're playing with Legos, there are a wide variety of potential things you can make those Legos into. And what is the delight? The delight is in the reality that what constitutes one potential rather than the other is that you are making a choice. That's creativity. That is the joy. The category of play and delight is found in that gratuitous choice. So, if free will in the eschaton doesn't allow sin, why did God allow for the possibility of sin in the beginning? Now, this has to do with our constitution as creatures. As creatures, we are made from nothing. And what being made from nothing means is that we move from potency to actuality, from possibly existing in this way to actually existing in this way. And as creatures with free choice, that motion of potency to actuality includes our power of choosing. So what that entails is that the mode in which we are actualized includes the operation of our choice, along with that realization. So what that entails, since we're created out of nothing, we move from potency to actuality. What is free choice between good and evil? Free choice between good and evil is the result of the fact that if you can move upwards, you can move downwards as well. So when you move from potency to actuality, what that means is that there's a variety of different ways in which your humanity can be realized. Now, if it is unrealized, if there's still, for example, let's just think of Play-Doh here. Once it's firmed up, you can't mold it without breaking it. But before it's firmed up, you can mold it into a variety of different things. However, once you form it into, let's just say, something beautiful, before it firms up, you can undo that. Okay, so that is what potency implies. Now, what is the way in which we come to our glory? Well, our glory is fixity in goodness. And the reason for that is because the standard by which glory is measured is conformance to God. And the totality of our conformance to God means that there is no more potency for evil. We choose among goods external to ourselves, relatively speaking. We choose among goods in creation, or we choose to realize this good rather than that good. We choose one good path as opposed to another good path. So the reality of our having free choice is number one. And then the reality of our being creatures in the process of actualization is number two. Choice plus process of actualization means, it entails, that there is a possibility of choosing evil as well before our potencies are fully realized. And it is that habituation in goodness which then suits us for the real purpose of our free will, which is creativity, which is the life of the world to come, and to some degree, the life of the church as well. So that's what I would say about that. That's where I am on this question. I hope you find that at least a little bit helpful. If you enjoy this content, please consider supporting this channel as a patron or paid Substack subscriber. I post reflections on Scripture 6 days a week, and 3 of these posts are exclusive to those who are patrons or paid subscribers on Substack at $5 per month. At $10 per month,
Patrons have access both to all of my written content as well as to weekly exclusive videos of about a half hour per week. At $30 per month, patrons have access to all of the preceding as well as a weekly class on the Old Testament of about an hour to an hour and a half each. Finally, at $35 per month, patrons receive access to all of my written and recorded exclusive content, as well as the ability to schedule monthly calls of 1 hour every month as long as you remain a patron at this level. You can also access these benefits through channel memberships on YouTube. Please also consider purchasing my lecture sets, Answering Protestantism from the Bible, 17 hours, and Answering Calvinism from the Bible, 6.5 hours. These can be purchased either individually or together for a discount. All links are in the description box and pinned comment. Your support, both financially and especially through your daily prayers, is what enables me to produce regular, high quality, and original content. Thank you so much.